Now, this is the CNN News 18 mega exclusive. Government of India extradition struggle for 2611 conspirator. Top intelligence sources, Headley was sentenced to 35 years in prison in the United States. India's effort to extradite him were unsuccessful. In last 14 years, multiple agencies visited USA for extradition, but no response. They have not even once offered to help India in helping the probe by handing over Headley to India. I'm now joined by my colleague Siddhant. In this situation when the US seeks cooperation when it comes to Vikas Yadav case, simultaneously we can in fact ask for cooperation on David Headley as well, because it's been over a decade that India has been asking for the extradition of David Headley.
Well, Sharon, the two bomb blasts, the two terror attacks that had shaken the country one was the 1993 Bombay blast, and the other one was the 2611 Taj Hotel attacks. And it has been more than 14, 15 years, and till now there have been multiple requests that Indian side has sent to US to extradite David Headley. But each time around, US cites the plea agreement, which is a plea agreement, and the plea agreement includes a sentence of 35 years in prison and prohibits his extradition. David Headley is in U.S. prison right now. Perhaps, reports also tell us that he used to be the double agent, and this is perhaps the reason that the U.S. government has been saving him. This entire David Headley angle has come up now, especially in these times when India is cooperating with United States. In fact, India is understanding what United States investigation has to say regarding the plot to kill Pannoon investigation which is going on. And in fact, Vikas Yadav, the former Indian government employee, has been named by the U.S. government, and Indian side is cooperating with the U.S. government. So U.S. may ask for his extradition. But what about the extradition request that Indian side has sent to US regarding David Coleman Headley? He was somebody who recce'd Mumbai before the attack, gave locations to Lashkar-e-Taiba operatives, helped plan and execute the Mumbai attacks with the help of Lashkar operatives, conducted surveillance of the Taj Mahal Hotel, Oberoi Hotel, and other targeted locations. Also remember, Sharon, that David Coleman Headley is an American citizen of Pakistani descent who was a key conspirator in the Mumbai terrorist attack. He conducted, recce of targeted locations, provided information to Lashkar-e-Taiba. In fact, in 2011, an NIA charge sheet says that he has been charged with conspiracy, waging war against India, murder, attempt to murder, and terrorist activities. So, the most serious charges have been pressed by the Indian government against David Coleman Headley. 14 years and still counting, no compliance to Indian charge sheet against Headley. Cooperation has to be mutual, Sharon. When US expects India to cooperate, perhaps it should be mutually also. US should also listen to what India is requesting for. And other than David Coleman Headley, there are 61 extradition requests that India has made so far to the government of United States. The performance is really poor and the response is really poor. I don't have the exact numbers, but 61 is the number of requests that US side has, Indian side has put to US. So, when you compare two sides, who is cooperating, who is not cooperating, who is abiding by the laws and the law enforcement investigation of the other country, picture is clear for everyone. And if I'm not mistaken, then once David Headley was given to Mumbai police for the interrogation purpose, but that interrogation happened virtually. He was never handed over to the Indian side. Many also had to say that this is strategically being done by the US, because if David Headley would be handed to the Indian side, then he could spill the beans, and perhaps that is the reason. But the larger picture is, let's not get into what reports say or perhaps how agencies work. But if US has needs a cooperation of Indian law enforcement agencies in some case, then India always cooperates. India has been cooperating each time around. But when India needs and India wants to put India's most wanted on trial, perhaps who has been pressed with the serious charges, responsible for the 26/11 attack, passed on the information to Lashkar-e-Taiba operatives, and the deadliest ever attack took place on Indian soil, but there is no cooperation from the US side. So it somewhere exposes the hypocrisy, and perhaps that is why this David Headley angle is perhaps